Oh, thank you. Hey, I'm Sally Blake with Chimera Critiques, and we are here with the author of Pure. If you would like to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your book.
I'm Terra Elan McVoy, and Pure is a book about 5 girls who are all best friends, and one thing that brings them together is that they've all taken vows of purity to stay pure until they get married, and
us too,
wear rings, just Jonas Brothers, and that was when they were 12, but now they're 15 and 16, and so one of the girls breaks her promise, and then it's about what happens to the group of friends as a result of all of that.
Was this the first book that you wrote?
Yes. My first book.
How long have you been writing?
Since I learned how to, like,
okay.
So about like 4.
I asked for that.
No, I mean, I just been writing stories forever and ever and ever. So I studied it, in college and in grad school and all that. So
okay. Did you go to grad school for writing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
cool.
I did. Yeah.
Our little house was like
do you have another book coming out?
Yes, I have a second book that's coming out in May. It's called After the Kiss, and it's a book in poems, actually. So
okay, wow. Yeah, I was hearing stuff like that. It's really hard to get published.
Yeah.
Like something along the lines of Ellen Hopkins? Or
I don't know if it's as good as Ellen Hopkins. But yeah, the narrative all happens, you get everything revealed in poems. So it's all in verse.
Manages the staff. And he teaches on Sunday.
When you were deciding on the topic for your next book, did you already have that idea before you got your agent for the first book, or did the agent have any influence on the decision?
I don't have an agent.
Really? That's very interesting.
I don't have an agent.
Okay.
But I worked in publishing for several years, and so I knew some people, and that's how I met my editor. And that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah.
So you didn't have to go through query hell.
No, I just had to work for 3 years in New York City.
Well,
so,
that is similar.
It's just a different kind of work.
Right.
It's a different kind of work.
Okay. What do you like best about your book?
Pure? I like that it is a book about faith and discovering and determining your own faith. I don't think that there's a lot of books about that, but hopefully it tries not to be too preachy. But I do like that it addresses something that I think a lot of teenagers are dealing with, and sort of deciding their own morality, but in just kind of a little bit of a different way. I think that a lot of people have told me that they were really surprised by this book, and so that makes me feel good. That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you have a web platform?
Well, I have a web page. I'm so bad at the whole internet thing.
Yeah.
I'm really in awe of writers. Part of it is because I have, full-time job as well as being a writer, so I don't have the time to be at my computer all day long, and that kind of thing. I do have a website that has information for readers and writers. It's TerraElan.com, TerraElan.com. But I often find that like a couple weeks will go by between my blogs because I just, I'm so busy that I just don't have a chance to keep up with it the way I'd like to.
Yeah,
because that's like a full-time job. I mean, that's like a lot of work too. So.
Yeah. I'm on the spot now.
No, I know.
What do I ask?
That's okay.
That's okay. What's some of the best writing advice that you've gotten?
Read as much as you possibly can. Read everything, and especially read if you have a writer that you want to be like or whatever. Read all of their stuff. Partly because reading teaches you about writing, but also because the world of literature has been going on for centuries, and if you want to enter that conversation, it's good if you know what has been talked about before.
Right.
Like you don't walk up and sound like, I'm so clever, I'm going to write a story about, and it's like, yeah, that was done,
Yeah.
So read everything, just everything.
With your job here, you have a lot of best-selling authors, very popular authors coming through. As far as your own writing career, have you learned things from them to help you get toward that status?
Good. I'm so glad
yeah, I don't. I'm a little bit afraid of that status.
Really?
You know, I mean, of course you want it, but it's also like that is a big responsibility, and I'm kind of still a bit sort of shy, you know, but mainly definitely that you need to have a web presence, which, as I said before, I'm not very good at that. That's why Lisa is so awesome and such a good inspiration to me. But also just to be there for your readers, you know, I mean, and I'm so grateful for everybody who's read my book, but especially everyone who's like read it and comes and tries to say thank you, you know, I mean, it just means so much, because you write this book and then you send it out into the void and you don't know, like, is anyone reading it? Do they like it? So it really means a lot to me, and you know, I want to eventually get more out there, but it's like we said, I mean, it's very time consuming to focus on that kind of thing, and I wish that I could do more, but then I would have to not, you know, be here.
Right,
you
yeah,
know,
and the Earth is great too.
Yeah, so
this is a little shop of stories.
Yeah, in Decatur, Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's just hard to question where to put it.
Well, thank you so much
You're
for sharing your
welcome.
time after you've worked so hard here.
No, thanks. I'm like so flattered that you wanted to talk to me.
Absolutely. We'd really like to, I mean, we have to take your book home and actually read it, so that we can hopefully like follow up with you, write a review of it, and we'll let you know.
I would love to hear what you think about it.
Great.
So,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. This is our